Hey NBA fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we break down one of the most exciting matchups in 2025 NBA playoffs. The OKC Thunder versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Both teams are loaded with young talent, hungry to prove themselves, and ready to make a deep postseason run. One of these teams will emerge as the finals and are both looking to get pretty much their first championship in their league history. This is a battle of the future stars, and it's going to be a big series.
Before we talk about the X's and O's and the guys, let's talk about the stakes and why this series really matters. If you go back to the history of the OKC Thunder, they obviously emerged out of the Seattle Supersonics when they relocated in 2008, and they've been so close, but they've never won the finals. They've had amazing super teams, a lot of renovations of super teams. They've been so close to the finals, but they've never gotten there. For the Timberwolves, well, obviously, that franchise has been poverty for most of my life, but they're in a really fun era with Anthony Edwards. I think the word to describe this series is measuring stick. I think this series is really a measuring stick to see who's ready to compete at the next level. They're both at critical crossroads. They've done a great job rebuilding their team through drafts, smart acquisitions, and they're poised to really break long championship droughts and establish new legacies within their franchise as powerhouses in the Western Conference.
Yeah, there's a lot of storylines to watch. I mean, for the Thunder, this is a team that no one really believed in. Last year, we saw them lose to the Mavericks in Game 6, and this year, a lot of people had the Lakers, the Nuggets over them, strictly because of their inexperience, but led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, we've seen that this is a team to worry about. He's so shifty. He's probably going to be the MVP, and there's a reason why he so smoothly averages 32 points per game. He's an ice-cold clutch shooter, and his knack for creating his own shot is probably the best in the entire NBA. That mid-range shot is so deadly. And sure, he hasn't been too efficient throughout these playoffs, but in the games where they needed him, Shai has stepped up. Then Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams is no doubt the X factor for this team. When Jalen Williams plays good, the Thunder play good. When Jalen Williams plays bad like he did in Game 6 against the Nuggets, the Thunder also play bad. And his consistency as a shooter is going to be big. We know Shai's going to show up, but if they can have that second player, that Jalen Williams, be there for those drives, have that consistent jump shot. He was an all-star for a reason. If Jalen Williams can step up, even in only his second or third year, still on his rookie contract, that's going to be big. And then Chet Holmgren, well, when he's healthy and he hasn't healthy, he's a huge game changer. His shot blocking ability, his lane, his ability to spread the floor, that's absolutely big. Chet Holmgren, sure, wasn't the main defender on Nikola Jokic, but he was one of the reasons why they were able to contain Jokic so well. They had Isaiah Hartenstein guarding straight up. We had Caruso, Cason Wallace, Lou Dort on the outside, but Chet, even if he got past Hartenstein, was there to contest him at the rim. But all of these guys, important is that they're also young. This is only their second playoffs, but yet they've played so good. Well, maybe not Jalen Williams every other game, but overall have played good. Now, we watch the Wolves. Well, this whole team is going to rely on the brilliance of Anthony Edwards. He's an explosive scorer and a highlight reel machine, and he's fearless in crunch time. Yes, he's had those stretches where he pretty much disappears. We saw it in the Warriors series, in the Lakers series. But when you need him the most, Anthony Edwards is going to step up. There's a reason why he led the NBA in threes this season. He's developed his game along much more than just a high-flying athlete. His ability to create off the dribble, to take over a game, he is the superstar that's emerging in Minnesota. We saw him last year, make it to the same spot, and we know that he wants his revenge. Then we've seen the redemption of Julius Randle. He struggled previously in the playoffs with the Knicks, and no one, including myself, believed that Julius Randle would be able to perform, but he outperformed Draymond Green pretty convincingly. His jump shot sure has been inconsistent, but still, he's been doing stuff in the post. He's asserting himself in the moments they need him. Then Rudy Gobert, of course, one of the more controversial players due to, he's been exposed in the playoffs before. With the Jazz, he was seen as this player that, yes, was winning Defense Player of the Years, was locking up in the regular season, but in the postseason, he was getting outplayed. He was getting destroyed by the Clippers. in that 5-out offense. And this Thunder team has the personnel to space out Rudy Gobert, to get him out of the paint with Chet Holmgren. And that's going to be big for this team. There are people like Jaden McDaniels, Mike Conley. These players are going to be big. This is a series full of skill, youth, and star power, and it's perfect for this playoff series.
For a bigger picture look about this series, this really is a clash of defense versus offense. Oklahoma City, they play some hard-nosed defense under Coach Mark. Mark has these guys slowing teams down, forcing tough shots, capitalizing on transition opportunities. We saw in this Denver series the amount of turnovers that they were forcing on Jokic. I think Jokic had like 6 turnovers a couple games in a row, which is the worst stretch of his entire playoff career. They are so potent on defense. And interestingly, Minnesota plays this really fast-paced, high-scoring style that's really led by Anthony Edwards' athleticism. We're gonna see, right, if the defense of Oklahoma City can stop this high transition in speed-based offense. But it's really hard to say because both teams are great offensively. Both teams are great defensively. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, but alongside the stars, it's going to be about the role players. For the Thunder, going back to Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace, these shorter, stronger defensive guards are going to be big. We saw Caruso guard and pretty much clamp up Nikola Jokic, like guard him pretty convincingly. Lou Dort was there on Jamal Murray. Cason Wallace was there also clamping up, hitting these crucial corner threes. These just contribute to the defensive powerhouse too, and they have options to throw at Anthony Edwards. Then we have, like I said, Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein. These players are going to be big. Yes, they're young. Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe. These players can sway a playoff game, and they're going to be big. But for the Wolves, outside of Anthony Edwards, well, Jared Vanderbilt, former Wolf, but people like Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, these shooters that can heat up, they can just swing the momentum of this entire series. There's so much to watch, and we can see that Thunder are actually the number 1 ranked team defensively in the playoffs. But right behind them are the Wolves. Now, of course, the Lakers and Warriors offense weren't really the greatest, but still, that is still a testament to just how good of both of these teams are defensively. Offensively, we've seen there's a reason why the Thunder won 68 games. They're good on both ends of the floor. OKC is going to force a lot of turnovers, and we've seen a lot of problems with Anthony Edwards, with Julius Randle with turnovers. And those turnovers, those wasted possessions, they're going to be really big and going to sway the series.
To talk really briefly about the coaching matchup of Coach Dagnall versus Coach Finch, I think the 2 things I want to talk about Coach Dagnall is, number 1, something that's not talked about really often, which is his ability to develop young talent and build culture. This team is really young. Really, really young. And I read a statistic that said their starting 5, at least the average age of their starting 5, is actually younger than the starting age of Auburn, which is crazy. And when you have young players, it can be pretty hard to connect with them and to build relationships and to be a coach that facilitates their growth. And I think if somehow, let's say they get, I'm not saying they will, but if they get down 2-0, down 3-0, how many teams have we seen down 2-0, 3-0 that just crumble and their locker room just implodes? That won't happen to Oklahoma. And the second thing about Mark Dagnall, again, is defensive discipline. That's really the word or phrase I would say about Oklahoma, is defensive discipline. And, that's going to make a big difference in the series. But moving on to Minnesota's coach, Coach Finch, he is really good at implementing creative offensive sets. He has really maximized Julius Randle, which I thought was impossible. So let's expect some tactical adjustments all throughout the series, whether that be defensive switches, different zone looks, late game plays, all of that is going to make a huge difference in the series.
And to just give our final prediction, well, I think it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think, just like the Indiana series. But I just think that the Thunder might just have too much. Now, I doubted against the Wolves, against the Lakers. And this team is a lot better than I expected coming to the playoffs. But this Thunder team is just nasty. They took down Denver for a reason. They took quick work out of Memphis. So official prediction, I got OKC in 6. Once again, X factor is Jalen Williams. If Jalen Williams plays good, the Thunder are gonna play good. If he doesn't play good, the Thunder can probably lose a lot of those games that he doesn't play good. So it's going to be a testament to how they play as a young team. But official prediction, I got Thunder in 6 games. And well, that's going to be a wrap up. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we do get that OKC, the youngest team in the NBA Finals. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below your thoughts. Do you have the Wolves winning the series? I would love to have a discussion down below. So thank you guys for watching, and peace out.